Dad and I are going to tackle an incredibly difficult challenge in this rebuild, because I have simulated a season and we have picked two teams from the Bundesliga to take over for 5 years. My dad chose to select to become the manager of Wolfsburg. Meanwhile, in the position just sat behind them in the league, I'm going to be the new manager of Union Berlin. However, there of course is a twist. We aren't allowed to buy or sell any of the players ourselves. That is going to be down to the director of football at both of our clubs, as we give them all the responsibilities for transfers and contracts. And here is your reminder how points are won and lost in versus rebuilds. Dad, we're taking on the director of football challenge.
I'm looking forward to this. I like to be in control of my own sidings.
I know you do. Of course, we've done a couple of challenges already where we've been director of football for each other.
Yeah.
But this time, neither of us are doing the transfers. It is down to our director of footballs, and we've picked two teams that in the Bundesliga we simulated a season with the first transfer window turned off to see where roughly people finish, and we decided to go with Wolfsburg and Union Berlin, who finished 5th and 6th, so two very even squads, only beaten by a point there. Even their goal against is very similar, but Berlin scored more goals, so I had a better goal difference, just a point between both in the Europa League. I don't think we could have picked two evenly matched squads.
Ideal. I'm quite pleased with that as well, yeah.
Now, the teams themselves, of course, are a year on from the updated database, which means, as you can see, we have our director of football in charge. I have Oliver Renart, who I've actually used quite a few times, to be fair, as my director of football, and he is in charge of everything, including all of the transfers and all of the contracts. Any transfers in or out, it's down to Oliver. And on your side of things, Dad, you went and changed your director of football season one.
Didn't like the one that was in there. Didn't think he was good enough, really. So that's the one thing I'm allowed to change. So I changed it, and I got this fella in. So yeah.
So
we've used this before as well. And I'm quite pleased
he's
with
all
that.
right.
Yeah.
And again, exactly the same thing. He's in charge of everything in terms of transfers. Now let's look at what they have in and out this summer, because straight away, not a lot of action happened. I mean, you had a couple of players who left the club, but coming in only spent 15 million. Now, we didn't have a lot of money, what I would say, but I kind of expected a little bit more action than this. Piper was the last that came in. Centre back, you've got Cucho Hernandez, which is a striker.
I'm quite pleased with that one. It's when I look at the rest of them, I think I've got to be happy with this guy.
Yeah, he plays actually across 3 different positions.
Yeah.
Free transfer there, never going to get into your team. Alan Sanchez, he's all right.
He's all right. He plays in. He is my type of signing because he plays in 6 positions.
Yeah,
so, yeah. All right, I'll take it.
Yeah, bad. Again, never going to play, and no, never going to play. So tactically, that's what we are in charge of. We're in charge of the tactics. Whether we want to lock players in or not, that's what we do. The director of football does all of our transfers. No transfers for us. Dad, tactically, you've gone for a defensive 4-4-2 with 2 DMs.
Yeah.
And I can see why with the team that you got.
It's the best I could make out of it, really. I do like playing the 2 defensive DMs. Makes me more more solid. Got the other striker in with Wind, so I'm quite happy with that.
Yeah, you got good midfielders. I mean, Patrick Wimmer's quite good, isn't he?
Quite a good winger,
on the right-hand side.
Yeah.
Kaminsky's on the left.
Yeah.
So naturally plays further up, but he's all right.
They're 2 good wingers, so hopefully they're going to be supplying this guy.
Yeah.
He's probably the best striker I've got in the team at the moment, so yeah, I'll go with that.
He also has the biggest head I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So you've got a couple of good defenders in there. Grabara in goal, which is decent.
I've used
playing
him before,
defensively.
so he's not too bad, but I do like a better defence in that, so that's what I got my director of football starts looking at as my defence and improving on that.
All right, well, over to Union Berlin. Now, I had a very famous series, if you watched it, with Union Berlin, FM23, I think it was. My tactic, I've gone for a wild 5 at the back because, yeah, you didn't give me a lot of options, because I had £18 million in the bank, just sat there, just waiting, ready to be used, and he didn't use it. Now, the reason why I had that much money is because he decided to start selling quite a lot of my players. £10 million there for Alex Kral, who I was hoping he would keep around because he's good and he's only 26. And Doki, who is one of my better centre-backs, left the club as well for £14 million. Careford was the other centre-back I had, also left for about £9 million. Now that, by the way, if you've still playing Football Manager, obviously Football Manager put out an update recently, which meant that they can keep you can keep playing the games on certain consoles, and you can still buy the game before the new game comes out. But it has meant some licenses has ended, which is now why everybody's Inter Milan is called Bluneri. I mean, a name fix will help that, but we did this before, so we couldn't really change it. Anyway, the players, going back to who my director of football brought in. Absolutely atrocious. Lars Lucas Mai. I mean, yeah, you're never going to get into what I would be, who I would buy anyway. We're looking at players that I would buy. Would I buy this player? Absolutely not. There's 2 centre-backs there to replace the 2 ones that have gone. They're nowhere near as good. We're buying somebody from Sporting Kansas City. Again, another centre-back. Again, nobody that I would ever buy myself. The only good thing is he's left-footed and he's German. Other than that, no. And Timothy Chandler, who cannot get into the Eintracht Frankfurt team. He's 34, an American, and coming towards the end of his career. So I'm a bit like, oh, this is good, Oliver. Great start to our relationship as director of football and manager. Now, the rules are we can't even request players, because you know that there's stuff that you can do where you can go and... Obviously, we've used it in the past. We've showcased it. You can suggest transfer targets. Maybe I want a centre midfielder, and he'll give you centre midfielders, maybe even one of Dad's players. Also, you can go on a player, for instance. You can press this, and you can add as transfer target, and that will allow the director of football to actually go for them. We're not even allowed to do that. This challenge is strictly... we are doing nothing. We can't request anything. It is all down to our director of footballs, which could be the best thing ever, content-wise. Definitely ain't going to be the best thing ever for us. No. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, my 5 at the back formation, because I think I need to play this type of formation to get all the centre-backs in that I have and utilise the width that I've got in the likes of Gosens and Juranovic. To be honest, it hasn't started out too bad. I have played against Dad in the very first game, and he's picked up his first point, 2-1. I have beaten Bochum, though, 3-1, and I've lost to Cologne 2-0 already. As we know, we're both in the Europa League, so let's look at our fixtures. I've got Ludogorets, Sparta. Good, easy start, but then Atalanta's in there, Newcastle, Shakhtar and Braga at the end. Also, FC20's in there. If you haven't seen already, Dad and I have started the race to the Super League, and one of us is FC20. So the episode 1 and 2 is out already. Episode 1 will be at the end of this video for you to watch, but also Youth to Go, the full movie, is also out too. So make sure, if you're one of these people who prefer to wait for the full compilations to come out, might want to not start on the Super League, but Youth to Go is there for you to watch in case you've missed it. Dad, your fixtures so far, we know one of them, you beat me, but you've also won against Augsburg.
Yeah, I think one game I've lost.
Yeah.
Bayern Munich.
Bayern Munich.
I expect to lose that game.
Absolutely.
I'm pleased with that, definitely, yeah.
Okay, let's look at your Europa League fixtures. Anderlecht and Trabzonspor to kick things off. You've got a difficult middle there with Sporting, Fiorentina and West Ham United at the end there.
2 games at the end, I've got to make sure I've done the business before I get there, I think.
Yeah, I agree. All right then, season number 1 of the Director of Football Challenge. Let's see what happens. Alright, season number 1. We're not too far off of where we were last year, Dad.
No.
5th and 7th this time round. You finish higher, which means you get an extra point. So you got 1 point for beating me, 1 point for finishing higher. Did you win? Did I win the other point? No, we drew. So I don't actually gain any points unless I have won cup competitions. The profile of the league, though, we haven't got any players in there. You got Grabara with 13 and Jonas Wind with 5 player of the matches.
Not bad.
Not too bad. Union Berlin, though, how far do we get in those cup competitions? League phase, Europa League, and 3rd round of the DFB Pokal. It's not a good start.
Not too good, no.
Not a great start. Okay, let's see. On your end of the situation, you got 2nd round by Hertha Berlin and knockout playoff round. So you didn't get much further.
No.
Not very much further at all.
Right, yeah.
Knockout playoff round by Marseille. That was 2-0 across both legs. The league phase, I missed out just by a point. Just by a point. I lost 5 games in total. Some games there I definitely shouldn't have been losing. Drew to Atalanta, maybe a game I would have lost, and then beat Braga and FC20. Yourself, Dad, you won 4 games. Apoel, Karabag, Trabzonspor, and Anderlecht. Drew against Lens, lost 3.
The West Ham and Fiorentina.
3 we expected.
That's what I had to get it done before I got to them too.
2nd round by Hertha Berlin, which was I went through there at Werder Bremen, so you were knocked out by Hertha Berlin, who got relegated this season. Then I was knocked out by Holstein Kiel, who are the league below. Great start. Wolfsburg then. So this is where we cannot affect anything that happens after, but 22 goals for Jonas Wind, 12 for Metja.
Yeah.
So
not good enough. I mean, that screams that I need another striker.
Yeah, but you can't buy it yourself.
I say I need another striker.
54 million though.
Oh, he's got enough money to get one for me, doesn't
He has a lot of money
I
in
say I
the
need
budget.
another striker.
Compared to, I mean, goals wise, I have 8. I mean, you need a striker. I need a striker.
I don't think I've ever seen our strike force that low.
I ain't even got double figures for any players, which is quite embarrassing. I have £15 million. Now, what we can see is he actually bought some players in the January for me. Kwarteng was one player. He's never going to be good enough. But this one, thank God for that. We sold 2 good centre-backs. We finally brought one in Bissek, and he only cost us £8 million. So he's moved around quite a lot. Already played in the Bundesliga as well. So that's a good signing. And £1.7 million for Binstjerk, who again I ain't never going to use. However, there might be players. No, I'm all good. I haven't sold anybody outside of this guy who left. Oh my God, yeah, I lost that guy. I lost that guy after we had left. The transfer window was still open in Saudi Arabia by the looks of it. Wonder if you bought anybody or sold anyone. Doesn't look like it. And you only brought in 2 players, in fact. Ojeda was one of them. Not a bad winger.
No.
20 years of age.
Yeah, he was all right.
In January, and Abba Kamara was another one as well. I don't know why you're shaking your head. You got like £56 million. I've only got £15 million, so that I can't spend. To be fair, he's already bringing in Sobotka, Marcel Sobotka, so that's all right. Bring some more in, Oliver, and I won't give you the sack. Okay, let's look at the points. Season number 1, and Omega Dad is on 2 points, and Omega Luke is on 0. Welcome back to season number 2, where Omega Luke is losing his mind over his director of football, while Omega Dad spends £60 million. Now, players on the outs, Lucas Toussaint has left the club. I wouldn't have sold him for £5 million. And the players that have come in are rather depressing as well. Stenzel is the first one. Not a bad right back, I guess. All round for £1 million. It's okay, but Mohamed Damar, £8.5 million is the most that we have spent. This one's actually okay. I don't mind this signing. I wouldn't have gone for that position, don't get me wrong, and already out for 3 to 5 weeks, because as we know, it's paramount on this channel that 100%. As soon as you buy a player, if it's your best player in the window, they will get injured in the August for a couple of weeks at least. So he is out for £8 million. And then Pejsinovic, £2.3 million, a striker who would never step foot in any of our clubs. 20 years of age. You might get better, but I don't really intend on playing him. I've gone to my cautious 4-3-2-1 DM formation. I've used this in the past. I'm going to try it today because I went too defensive last season. I need some more goals. I like about this team is I have good wingbacks. I had the likes of Robert Gosens, Juranovic, so Gosens on the left there. Juranovic is quite an attacking fullback as well. Let's make a tactic or use a tactic which makes the most out of my wingbacks. And this is one that I've always see does really well with my wingbacks. And actually, to be fair, the rest of the team, it kind of suits as well. I'm surprised Bissek doesn't immediately go straight in there. That would be pretty much my first team. Jordan up front is okay. He's a 6'3", really strong, good in the air type of striker. Doesn't necessarily score a lot of goals, but creates a lot. He's got 3 already. Damar has actually got 5. So, good start of the season before he got injured.
Him,
Dad, let's look at yours. Your director of football's doing all right. £61 million, bringing in a lot of players.
It's whether they're good enough, let's have a look.
It's players we recognise the names of.
Yes, that's the main thing.
So even Dad's like, I know that guy. Amin Corey being one of them.
Yeah, definitely.
A deadline day loan.
I'm pleased with this signing. I did say I needed a striker. Well, he's got me one.
Yeah,
so.
And by the looks of it, you have an optional future fee on him. Whether you don't get to make the decision if he does or not.
That's the problem, isn't it? He's got to perform this season for me to buy him. Well, for the director to buy him next season.
Yeah,
so.
But he's not the only striker because Jason Van Duyven comes in.
Yes.
Again, it's a striker I've used in the past and I like. Good development on him.
Yes, and he's injured.
Yeah, as always. guys. 4 to 5 weeks.
there we
Told
go.
you. Jose Escobar, £6 million. The young Colombian.
Yeah, he's right, yeah.
Mika Marmo's good, though. I know he skipped over one, but Mika Marmo's good.
Yeah.
Left-footed, left back, left centre-back.
That's
We
the type
both
of player-
bought him in the past.
Yeah, I'm going to say this is the type of player that I do use, so
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a good sign.
Yeah,
You
so
can't
pleased
complain
with
too
that
much.
one, yeah.
That was 10 million. Going back then to Jovan Mijatovic, 12 million. I wouldn't say he's a £12 million player.
I did go shouting that I wanted a striker, so he got me 3.
He did get you 3.
Sometimes they do listen.
Yeah. You got 7 goals in 21 games last season. Hasn't scored a few just yet.
No.
Victor Just, 10 million.
All right.
Could be all right with
It strengthens my defence up. That's what I'm going to look at. He might not get in the first team, but he's there or thereabouts.
And then Andre Amaro for £9 million. It's another centre-back.
Yeah, so...
And he's better.
Yes.
So
I'm pleased
he's
with
actually
that.
brought
I'm pleased
in
with that one.
2 good defenders.
Yeah.
2 good strikers.
Yeah.
You've changed formation, going for this 4-3-1-2 narrow.
Yeah, I felt like I just sort of needed to sort of watch it up a bit more in the midfield, so that's what I've done. Put the stronger ones in the midfield, hopefully. The attacking playmaker right beyond my 2 strikers.
In Lovren Meyer.
Yes.
Lovro Meyer. He's a good player. Yeah.
So that's what I'm hoping for. Score more goals.
Okay, schedule so far then for both of us. We've played each other. It was a 4-2 win. You haven't won a single game in the league just yet.
That was great formation I've just tried, isn't it?
Yeah, lost 1-0 to Mainz, lost 4-2 at home to
Then
Union
got
Berlin.
Absolutely battered.
5-0. You were down to 10 men after 8 minutes.
Well, there you go.
You are through to the next round of the cup.
I'll
bro.
use that as an excuse.
Yeah, but you were always expected to go through the first round of the cup because they normally pay you off against a non-league
Yeah,
side.
definitely, yeah.
Europa League fixtures for yourself, Dad. Let's have a look at them. Roma, Lazio, both of those teams. Outside of that, you should be winning all 6.
I'll be so disappointed if I don't go through.
Yeah, I would be too.
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at my schedule, how I've started off the season with this new formation. Oh, it's all green, baby.
Dear.
Yes.
That's not looking good for me, is it?
Love that. I've also qualified for the Europa Conference League against Újpest. Won both of those fixtures. Beat Kaiserslautern and St. Pauli. I haven't played anybody good yet. That's the only thing.
No. You shot myself in the foot there, didn't I?
That was so quick. Yeah, all trash.
Yeah.
Every single one of them, absolutely stinking clubs. And then the Europa
Well, I'm off for
Conference
my end,
League.
a good team, am I?
Europa Conference League, I've got Sevilla in there. That should be really I'm even playing against a team from Gibraltar, Lincoln Red Imps. So that'll be an interesting one.
I think they were a team when I lived there.
Yeah, they
Lincoln.
were. They've always been there. Yeah, they've been very good.
My dad played for Glasses
United.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. I think I've put the picture up of that
Yeah, you did,
on
yeah.
here on the past.
Yeah.
So there we go. Be interesting to see how I get on against them. What the scoreline is going to be. But that's took an early lead for our director of footballs who could still spend money in January. I've got £4 million. You've got £9 million. They might still be buying players. Who knows? Let's see what happens. With Christmas creeping up on us as fast as my hairline is disappearing, I've got something that may be of interest to you from our friends at Manscaped. And it's the latest masterpiece from their range. It's the Chairman Pro. The electric floor shaver for a man like myself who loves a completely smooth finish all around my ears and of course my neck and chest when I want to look my best in the wrestling ring. There is no better tool than the Chairman Pro. And remember, using my code OMEGA at checkout gives you an extra 20% off and free shipping. And that's not just on this product either, that's the whole Manscaped range. But back to the Chairman Pro, it is armed with not just 1 but 2 interchangeable skin-safe blades, your grooming superheroes as it would be. One to go as smooth to the skin as possible and the other as a stubble trimmer for when you want to leave that sexy shadow but keep it clean. And both of these are keeping you looking sharp while minimizing razor burn, because the last thing you want is to turn up at a Christmas party looking like you lost a fight with a Christmas tree. The blades have a pivoting curve allowing it to adjust to every curve on your face and is gentle around your neck area. However, there is still also a precision lock on the side of the Chairman Pro if you want the head to sit firm for a precise shave. Again, maybe this or another product on manscaped.com's website would be a perfect gift for one of your loved ones or even a Christmas gift for yourself. But remember, when you get to that checkout point and you go to purchase, you use the code OMEGA because you get 20% off and free shipping worldwide, and of course you support the channel from doing so. So Merry Christmas everybody from Manscaped. Here is your 20% off and free shipping gift. Pick up something for you today. All right, season number 2. We've both dropped down. You finished higher, though, by 3 points.
Pulled that back, didn't I?
Yes. So, looking at this, I've won something.
Yeah, I can see that as well, yeah.
I've won something.
You shouldn't have someone beside your name in that position.
Let's go to it. Yes! Europa Conference League winners. I am European champions with Union Berlin. Bloody hell, I almost got to the final of that as well. Wow.
You had a
I
good
played
season.
Frankfurt in the final.
So really had a good season in the Cups.
That is a great season.
Yeah.
Beat Olympiacos 1-0. I'm
Good
happy
win.
with that.
That's a good win.
Semi-final, beating Napoli on penalties. Wow, I played some difficult clubs here.
Yeah.
Maccabi Tel Aviv 2-1. Then we've got round of 16, Luzern 9-4. League phase? Yes, look at that. Only drew 1 game against Sevilla. 1-5. Beat Lincoln Reds 4-1. Very good season. Even finished above the Rats. So there we go. I'm happy with that. All right, you can have the position higher and the point for that because I get 5 for winning the Europa Conference League. We already know as well I've won a point for beating you in the league.
Yeah, at the beginning of the season, yeah.
But what was the other fixture between us? You beat me 2-1. You beat me 2-1 at my place.
No point yet.
Grabara's up there again with 10 clean sheets. So defensively, Dad, you were quite solid. Doesn't look like it by your goal difference. No. +3.
I was going to say, I mean, 10 clean sheets. Oh, it's all right. Because the leading one was only 11.
Yeah.
So it's good then, really.
Yeah, not too bad. Let's look at Wolfsburg then. What have you done? Jason Van Duyven, your top scorer with 14 goals.
I did say it was one a bad sign in that one.
Competitions, knockout playoff round in the Europa League by Bournemouth. Second round by Frankfurt.
Didn't Frankfurt go all the way?
They went to the final.
Yeah, so, all right, I got beat by the team that got to the final, so I'll take that.
Bournemouth beat you 5-3 in the knockout playoff round, which meant in the league phase, finishing 11th place. Didn't lose any, though.
No?
Just drew too many games. Reims a 4-4 draw, Mould and Young Boys.
There's a couple of games that I shouldn't have drawn up, and I'll take the draw against Lazio and Roma.
Yeah.
So
there's one more win, and you would have finished on the same points. Well, you actually would have gone higher than Shakhtar, so you would have actually qualified automatically. But that's never mind. Tottenham went on to win it. Stranger things have happened. Tottenham's won a trophy. Let's look then at Dad, your side. Jason Van Duyven got 14. Amin Gori got 13.
All right, my 2 strikers scored, but not enough.
No. Will he cash in and bring him in for £21 million, though? Well, he's only got... Would you do it? Without knowing your budget, would you do it?
No.
No?
No, he hasn't scored enough goals to me.
What about if you knew your budget was 27 million?
100% I wouldn't.
I don't think so either.
No.
So £27 million for your director of football to spend. Did he buy anybody in the January? No, just a loan. Dennis Hussein. I mean, that's your type of player, to be honest, isn't it? Just give me a player that can play.
Can't play goalkeeper.
Absolutely everywhere.
We'll train you.
Yeah,
I just took him on a
stick
training
you
session
in
as
goal
keeper,
as well. Let's have a look at my transfer budget. Well, my squad first. Let's look at my squad first. So I've got 19 goals from my centre attack midfielder. Centre back got 16. The near post corner tactics working well on this. Jordan's got 13 goals. Skov Olsen got 15 assists, which is my winger or right back. Might be playing my wing backs. And then Juranovic also got 10 as well. My transfer budget, 28 million. Oh, that's not bad. That's more than what I thought it would be. He bought me 1 player in January. Zimmerman. Shouldn't have bothered, really. Alexander Zimmerman. Never mind.
He must be taking backhanders, is all I can say.
He'll be taking one in a minute, I'll tell you what. Let's look at the points, shall we, after my very successful season. Season number 2, then, Omega Luke with 6 points for the win against Dad and the Europa Conference League, with Dad getting 2 points for finishing higher and the victory. Meaning the total points are Omega Luke with 6 and Omega Dad with 4. Now, I decided to spice things up and I got rid of Oliver.
I think you just had to, didn't you?
I'm desperately calling for a striker here, and he's not giving me anything.
He likes signing centre backs, I think, doesn't he?
He did, didn't he?
Yeah.
However, Luis Campos has joined. Has he had a good first transfer window, you ask, Luke? No! Not one bit, because this is arguably, I miss Oliver. I've got £41 million left in my transfer budget because we've lost Jordan on a free transfer. Again, we don't do the contracts. We allow the director of football to do that. So that's one of our top scorers gone. But then he sold Bissek for £38 million, which is fine if you have replacements, and there are definitely replacements knocking around. And if you look at scouted players and you go by players that are interested, look at all these options that we could definitely afford. Some players who we would 100% be able to afford within our budget, and they're just not signing them? There's just so many players. So it's like, well, the director of football must know about them because they're in our scouting budget.
Yeah.
But they're just not going for them. So let's look at the players he did bring in. You're not going to be that impressed. To be honest, if you're looking at the names, I only recognise 2 of them, which is Nicholas Schmidt. And I can't say I've ever bought him. I just recognise his name, and he's tragically bad. And Christopher Longs from Hoffenheim for £1.9 million, 31, left back. He's all right. Did we need a left back? Probably not. We've got Robin Gosens.
I'm going to cut with a class and just leave him back in the changing room.
Yeah, we got Robin Gosens. We didn't need a left back. Anyway, the other players he brought in, Breno Schmitz. Never heard of it. He plays right back. Again, both our full backs I highlighted last season is arguably our best 2 positions. Nicholas Schmidt. Betchloff was the other one. Yeah, why did you bother with that one? And then Correa, 500k. And that, I mean, price-wise, it's all right. It's just not very good. Which means that we've got no strikers in the squad because Jordan left. So we've got out-and-out strikers. These players here are all youth players. So you can see they're all 19 because I'm just highlighting how many strikers we actually have in the side. They are all so bad, you might as well not play with strikers. So Chris Bader is the only one that's in our first team. Again, he ain't going to score us any goals. And Vertson, I mean, he's good pace, but he's got 12 finish and 11 off the ball. What chance does that man find of actually having opportunities to have a shot on goal? I've had to go strikerless. I like using strikerless, but it's my choice.
It'll kill me.
But I like putting strikers in there. I don't have any. We're just going to have to go with strikers without it. So we've got Applecamp there. And we've got Damar, who did score quite a lot of goals last season.
In that position, so you should be all right.
Yeah, so we're doing a 4-2-4 strikerless formation. Let's just hope for the best and cross our fingers. Now, Dad, a little bit more positive. Although you have sold £67 million and got £44 million spent, you still got £40 million in the bank. And he hasn't done anything.
What's he doing?
£25 million Grabara left, the keeper. Maximilian Arnold left, arguably one of your best midfielders.
Yeah.
Kaminsky, good winger.
Yeah.
Gone.
Here we go.
Nicholas Romero as well, the centre-back. Gone.
Here we go.
So the players coming in. And there's only one that he's actually really spent money on. And that's Emre Can.
That's the only one I'm pleased with, really. It's good DM, so yeah.
But still, £27 million on a 32-year-old.
You know I would never buy him. No.
Then we've got Nicholas Vulus, £10 million from Basel, centre-back. We've signed a lot of centre-backs in this already. We're in year 3. There's a lot of centre-backs that have come into the club. I'm already losing count. Archie Brown, that's a good left-back that I've heard of.
Yeah.
Not too bad. Not amazing.
No, he's all right.
And then it just gets to the absolute trash of... he ain't bad, actually. 18 years old, he's all right.
Would I have bought him, though?
No, because you don't use youth players. Rodrigo Estevez. James McAtee's a good signing for a free.
Yeah.
That one's okay.
Right. Yeah, he'd be a squad player for me if I did sign him.
Yeah. Your keeper has been replaced by Elia Capriel.
He's all right.
I mean, you would...
I wouldn't have got rid of my keeper, though.
No, you wouldn't sell... If you were to sell Grabara to get a free transfer in, it's because you're going to spend the £25 million.
Yeah.
Your director of football hasn't done that. Hansen joins on a free. Again, you'd never use that. And Fabio Moretti is a good loan signing.
Yes, I'll take that.
So tactically...
A couple of good players in there. But, yeah.
Go into a 4-3-3 with a centre attacking midfielder instead of 2 wingers.
What I've got, I've just tried to make the best team that I possibly can with the players that I've got now. So that's what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
My best player is Emre Can at 30. What was he? 32.
32.
Yeah. So that's my best player, I feel. So I've got to use him. Put him right in.
Schedule. We've played each other again. Nicholas Schmidt. Remember the name. You are through to the Europa Conference League, though, Dad. The competition I've just won. You are now in it. You beat Levski Sofia across.
I've done all right in the 2 cup games.
Yeah, you lost to Hoffenheim as well in the league and drew to Hanover. You have yet to score a goal in the league.
Yeah.
Exciting times.
Oh dear, oh dear.
I bet your fans absolutely love coming to watch the game. Schedule for me then. Consider I'm playing strikerless. It started very well. 1-0, 1-0, 1-1. Very good. I'm already out of the cup as well. I lost to Holstein Kiel. Remember I said you should always go through the cup?
Yeah, first round.
First round, Holstein Kiel knocked me out. The Europa League fixtures, I've got some tricky ones in there. Galatasaray away. Welcome to hell.
Welcome to hell, yeah.
Away to Marseille and at home to Olympiacos.
Pretty hard games there, really.
Yeah, absolutely. And your one, Dad, if we're looking at the Europa Conference League, Sporting's in there. But other than that, you should go through.
Oh, I should go through there. Even though I've started it off. not too bad, but I'll be disappointed if I don't.
Yeah.
There's easy teams that I should beat, but they're not a strong side.
No. Season number 3 then. We are already getting very frustrated with our director of footballs and this very broken method that is on Football Manager that we're realising we probably really regret doing. Anyway, let's see what happens. Season number 3. Dad, you are scraping through by the skin of your teeth.
Yeah, just
avoiding that relegation playoff. However, as we can see, you won the Europa Conference League final, beating Manchester United on penalties.
get in.
They equalised as well in the 93rd minute.
Yeah.
And they missed some penalties.
Ooh.
Illich, you scored all 5 of your penalties, which is very good. They missed
I had a
one.
couple of strikers that can take penalties.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Yeah, I'll take that.
That's 5 points that you gained back. However, that league, I don't know how you went sacked. I think that cup competition's kept you
100%.
your job.
100%.
Because you were scraping relegation.
If I didn't get into the final, they'd have probably sacked me.
Yeah, definitely. I'm up there in 7th. I'm actually happy with that. I had a bad season last year, 59 points, same points as Bayern Munich, because Stuttgart are the champions. Don't know what happened there.
Won it quite easy as well, didn't they?
Yeah, so really happy with that. My centre-back is actually one of the highest average rating players in there. However, what you can see is he has a Liverpool badge next to his name.
Didn't take your director very long, did it?
We all know what that means. I did have the most clean sheets, though, and he still has a Union Berlin flag next to his name, but he is 34.
Yeah.
So his contract is probably about to run out. Anyway, competitions we can see. 3rd round of the DFB Pokal, which was won by Bayern Munich, and that is because I got nowhere near it. We need to go, but we went a little bit further than what we usually would. I got to the Europa League round of 16, which is as far as I got this season, so the round of 16 there. I was eliminated by Sturm Graz 2-1. Poor result from me. Knockout player round I didn't play in, and that's because in the league phase, I actually did really well. Drew 2 games against PAOK and Marseille, but I won 6, including getting that 1-0 away win at Galatasaray. Huge win.
Yeah, that's a good result. Any result from there, it's a good result.
Yeah, I'm really happy with how the league phase actually ended up, but the rest of my season was very bad. Transfer-wise then, I've got £44 million in the bank. I can't guarantee any of that's going to be spent. £124 million went out. Diego Late went for £54 million. Applecamp went for £23 million.
So you can comfortably say your best players are gone.
Yeah. He did spend money in January, though. Just not a lot, if I'm honest. Chris Furyk from Stuttgart, who went on to win the league, so who's laughing now, really? Not a bad winger.
No.
29.
He's got it, though, and
He's not bad. Yeah, he
look
loses out on his winner's medal.
And he's in with us.
Yeah,
did
he play any games? He played 5. He would have picked up. He had 3 assists in 5 games.
You see why your director bought him.
7 goals in 15. What a player!
Yeah,
actually, it's probably the best player they've actually bought me so far. Brajan Gruder from Brighton, £13 million. Again, not bad. And he's German.
Yeah,
we could be looking up Luis Campos. Jordan Bayer from Burnley. Very much a full German January windmill there. Again, a good defender, though.
That's probably 3 of his best signings. Well, 3 of your best signings, because the other
is.
director didn't do very well at all, did he?
It is, yeah. So a lost light, or I can never remember Diogo, how you say his last name. £57 million. I would have accepted that.
Yeah.
I would have accepted that. I'll be honest. I would have accepted that. Especially when I could bring in somebody like Jordan Bayer for half the price and not exactly lose out on too much of the quality of a player. It's not bad. Let's just hope he spends the £44 million this summer. Goals-wise, 7. Moving on.
That's 2 seasons in a row you have made double figures, isn't it?
I was playing strikerless. 15 goals for Jason Van Duyven.
Yeah, he's done it for me 2 seasons now. You know, not brilliant, but he got into the doubles figures. He's looking a little bit better. So
really good.
Yeah.
10 goals from Patrick Wimmer, which is your right midfielder. Again, he looks quite good as well. Transfer budget, you've got 47. We've both got over £40 million.
Yeah.
Well, get ready for a very long season number 4 when we go through all of these transfers. Transfer history. Did any go out in the... Oh, it did. Astor Franks and Victor Just. So I think that's 2 midfielders for you. Astor Franks was your starting centre midfielder. Never would have sold him. And then this guy, he's a centre back, sorry. But there was a couple of more that went out on loan, or 1 at least. And bringing in, he brought in 1 player, Louis Binks, centre back. Nowhere near as good. Never replaced Franks. So that's a player that you are missing going into season number 4.
we're probably worse off than when we actually started the actual challenge. Really.
Yeah, probably. In the other fixture against each other, Dan, in January, you beat me 3-2, which means you get another point for that on top of, obviously, your 5 that you get for winning the Europa Conference League. So let's count up the points. Season 3, Omega Luke with 2 points and Omega Dad with 6. Meaning the total points now going into season number 4 is Omega Luke with 8 and Omega Dad with 10. Dad, you decided season number 4 was the season to change it.
Yep, change it up a bit. Let's try someone different.
Jonas Bolt is the man.
Hopefully he'll be a little bit better than the other one.
You've still got £30 million in the transfer budget.
What are you lot doing?
In terms of players out, Holzen Escobar left for £10 million. A couple of players also left for a few million. The players he did bring in, one of them is good.
Yeah.
Emmanuel Omega.
Yeah, it's a good striker.
Fantastic player,
It's
to be
definitely an
honest.
improvement, I think. Good with both feet as well. So, yeah, I'm pleased with that one.
Also, 6'5", 18 jump and reach. You should start scoring some more headers with this man. He is a good striker. Hasn't got any goals for you just yet. Leandro Morgala's joined as well. Another German player, but plays naturally in 2 positions. Nobody's going to knock out of your squad, though. That's the trouble. Then, I mean, a couple of these players are absolutely crap. What is that about? Puckskas? Stash, he isn't too bad.
No, he's average, and he really,
yeah,
he's both feet again. So he's looking for, he doesn't. I do like players who can play with both feet, so I'll take it.
Mad. And then finally, £8 million for this man.
Yeah, all right, here's another one. Squad player.
Nobody exciting.
No, that's the thing. I don't think anybody's like we haven't signed anybody. You think yes, got a really good signing.
No, that's the trouble.
That's a problem.
Let's have a look at what my guy's done. He's actually spent £43 million and only sold 2.9. This could be a good window, he says. Tom Crouch was the first guy. I actually really like this guy.
Yeah,
and
that's a good signing.
That compared to the rest of our squad, that is the best signing that I've probably had. I remember your director of football actually put a bid in for him 2 seasons ago, but it was either rejected or he rejected the contract and stayed at Mines, but £16 million.
Probably regretted coming to me.
Yeah, so that's a good signing. £11 million on Carazor, another CDM.
Yeah.
There's a theme this window. And I'm not saying we didn't need any CDMs, but we've got enough now. Because then we got Tom Hoffman, who is a striker, but a young striker. Nobody that I'm like, oh, good, he finally bought us a striker. Because I'm not going to use him straight away. And, he's not going to be game-changing. I might use him straight away, but he's not going to be game-changing. Justin Chi, £9 million, right back or centre-back. Then another 2 centre midfielders. Because, we definitely needed them.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
Arne Meyer came in. 28, German, good midfielder, but again, these 2 are better. And then Dahoud, because I don't know if I mentioned it, but we're really short on midfielders. So the director of football has brought in another German midfielder.
So your first director of football was buying centre defenders.
Yeah.
This one likes centre midfielders.
That is 3 German centre midfielders. Oh, no, sorry, he's Turkish. 3 German centre midfielders and 1 Turkish centre midfielder, all in one window. And tactically,
you say I waste money.
I know. Tactically,
you got them all in.
You live by the meme, you die by the meme. So why not? Why not? Let's just go for it. My 4-2-3-1 narrow, but with 3 centre midfielders. And Hoffman, who is 19 and absolutely terrible at the minute, got good potential, is going straight into the lineup. We're just going to try it. Why not? We haven't got any other striker options. I mean, Gruder can play there with his 11 finishing. Vertson with his 12 finishing, 11 off the board. Like, none of these are going to get goal scoring opportunities. As you're going through, like, not one of them has got above 12 in finishing. It was absolutely terrible. Don't know who you decide to play up there. We're just going to have to... 13 for finishing. That's the highest that we've got. Chris Badia, and he's absolutely dreadful. So we're going to go with Hoffman and his 15 for finishing, but he's terrible everywhere else. And just hope these 5 players here can score some... well, help him score some goals.
Good luck.
Schedule then. It's not been a good start. We haven't won a game in the league yet.
When you did win a game, though, it was like 2-0, 3-0, 4-0.
Yeah, but they were against, the team from the lower leagues and then a team that I've never heard of from Poland. So we are in the Europa Conference League, a competition we won already. We both have won, but in the Bundesliga, we have yet to win a game. And Dad, did we look at your tactic? We haven't. You've gone for your 4-2-1-3 narrow.
Yes. Well, I've got another striker in, so I had 2 half-decent strikers, so I might as well stick the 3 up front. I do like 3 up front when I get a couple of good strikers in, so
you do.
Go for it.
All right, so Omega is up front there, and schedule 6-2 in the last game. Van Duyven got himself a hat-trick.
Yeah.
And 4-0 in the first round of the Cup, but you have lost to Dortmund and Stuttgart. But two teams that
are
done
good
quite well.
in
Stuttgart
the
won the league, obviously.
Yeah, so that's, I mean, you raided a couple of their reserves, so...
Yeah. Europa League phase then. Your fixtures in that. You've got a couple of games that could be tough, but you should be going through. Benfica, Anderlecht, PSV Eindhoven, maybe even Copenhagen, actually.
Yeah.
This is harder than what it looks.
Yeah, I'll still be disappointed if I don't go through.
Okay.
I'm playing free up front now. I'm lethal with free up front.
So he says. Season number 4. Let's see what happens. Lethal. 8th place. This time I'm scraping relegation though.
I'm going to take that. I'm above you. I'm going to take it.
You get a point.
Yeah.
So 51 points you got in total. You get a point for finishing high. I'm down in 15th because nobody can score me any goals. I mean, I got 44 goals. I must be actually quite happy with that. I scored 8 against Bayern Munich.
If you're going to score against any team, that's the team you can score against, isn't it?
But I still lost against them.
They won the league.
Yeah.
They won lost once. Was it against you? Hey, 7.
7-3.
They probably thought, well, we only got Union Berlin. They won't score. We'll just play anybody. We'll play the reserves.
We packed out the midfield. We went on and won the game.
Harry Kane was on holiday.
Unbelievable. They beat me 3-1 at home. So, yeah, that's unfortunate. But, yeah, I won 7 games. Couldn't beat you, but I did beat Bayern Munich. So, there we go. You won 14, Dad. You also didn't beat me. Did we draw? Oh, you actually, yeah, you have beaten me. You've beaten me twice. You've beaten me once, sorry, and we've drawn the other game against each other. So you do get another point for that, but yeah, I can't believe that. That is funny. Profile of the league, 19. 4 players on 19. One of them's yours.
Yeah, I'll take
Omega.
that. That's what I put him there for.
Jason Van Duyven's also up there with the highest. But he's not at your club anymore.
Oh, no.
He's
Anybody
now
gets
at
half
AC
decent and we let him go.
He is looking class, though, isn't he?
Yeah, he is now, yeah.
Looking really good.
Just when I
59 million.
Just when I got him to be where I wanted him to be.
He scored 9 goals in 17 games.
Wow.
And then
59
moved to
million, I
AC.
think I would have took that.
Yeah.
59 million.
Not bad at all.
Dear.
So Jason Van Duyven has left the club. Pavlovic is also there as well. That's a new signing, I think, for you. Maybe that's a January window one.
Yeah.
Let's look at competitions then. How far did I get in the Cup? Round of 16 in the Conference League against Tottenham. Second round against Bayern Munich.
Not losing against you again.
Revenge. That was probably the game after.
Yeah.
So the transfer budget, still got £22 million left in there. Is that because I sold people? They signed Alex P2, which is wingers. We're not using any wingers, so well done. And then Jonas Erberg, who's a good goalkeeper, to be fair.
Yeah, he's all
That
right.
isn't a bad one.
No,
that's
young
all
keeper.
right.
Yeah.
Valander for £7 million. And then Jordan Bayer
Oh, no, I bought him.
to Wolfsburg.
He's not a bad boy for me, actually.
26 million. He scored 4 goals in 11 games for you. And 2 assists. That's an unbelievable. He never even scored a single goal for me. Look.
That's what happens when you play for a decent side.
Not in any competition. He goes to you, gets 4. That is crazy. All right, let's
That's the
look
difference
more
why
at
I
this.
finished higher than you.
Yeah, probably. Quarter-final by Chelsea, Dad. Not too bad. 5-3. So round of 16, you knocked out AGF. Knockout playoff round. Oh, wow. You had a really good one.
Ooh.
Only lost 1 to Copenhagen. Drew 2. 1-5.
Pleased with that.
Very good. 6-5 against
6-5.
PSV. Away from home. What a game that is. Game of the season, that one. Let's look at your transfer budget. 51 million left. Or 51 million in there for next season, sorry. 121 million pound went out in total. So Jason, he also sold you right back. And Emre Can. Oh, the January window was horrible for you. That's almost 100 million right there.
Yeah.
The players that you brought in, Pavlovic, I was right, was a new one. You also brought in Moreira on a free transfer, which is the right back that you sold. Pavlovic, who's a good CDM, and then Jordan Bayer, who can play right back or mainly centre back. I think he's weakened your team there.
Yeah,
because Riddle back, who's very good for 32 million pounds.
I'd have never sold him.
No, absolutely not. So let's look where it went right for you, and that is Emmanuel Omega, 27 goals, although he is wanted by Al Rayed. So
it's nice to see two strikers there. They're in 15 and above. So
yeah, I mean Cujo Hernandez was one of the first players that your old director of football signed.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
16 goals. He finally had a good season.
Yeah.
Because previously it was 227.
Yeah.
So he's finally had a good season. But now your director of football's got roughly about £50 million to spend. Does he spend it? We'll have to find out.
And here we go.
Yeah, £22 million for myself. Goals-wise, 14 for Vertson. Loads.
I'll tell you what, mate, it's more goals than I thought you was going to score.
Absolutely. Where's the
striker?
Tom Hoffman?
Oh, there he is.
I mustn't have locked him in.
No.
I must have forgot to lock him in. Never mind. He didn't play any games for us in the league. He only played 2 games in Continental.
Striker didn't lock
I had one job.
Director of football's there going, what did I buy him for?
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing.
Use him. Let's have a look at the points before we go into Season 5. Omega Luke this season got 0 points, and Omega Dad got 2 for finishing higher and winning 1 game. So the total points now is Omega Luke with 8 and Omega Dad with 12. Your new director of football likes my players. He's bought another one.
Make it 2 directors of footballs are like that, isn't they?
Yeah.
Hey, I got a player for you, mate. Have you? I'll have him.
£19 million for Gruder. You've played him twice. He has got an assist.
Yeah.
He's not a bad player.
He's all right, yeah.
For your he was good at my team.
You would chop the bits to get rid of him.
So, yeah, you spent £76 million. 43 went out, including 2 left backs. Well, Joachim Melo, who plays both sides, and Archie Brown, who of course was an earlier sign-in.
Yeah.
Went out for £28 million. That's quite a high amount considering he only came in for 7.
Good profit.
But the players coming in, here's
go.
the question.
This is it.
Vincent Boyer.
Show me the boys.
Not a bad signing whatsoever, that one.
I'm going to take that. Yeah, I'm happy with that one.
20 years of age, good wonder kid, great physical attributes, plays in behind the striker
Use
for
both
14.
feet as well, yeah, good.
Marco John, £8 million, plays everywhere on the pitch. That is your type of player.
It would have been back along, but not nowadays. It's not, is it? I don't sort of buy that, but oh no.
Tony Majic from Zagreb. He's all right.
Yeah.
I'd have been buzzing with him.
It's a striker.
Yeah, somebody who can finish. He's got 14s.
He's not bad. Yeah, I'll take it back. He's all right.
He had 16 goals last season.
Yeah.
That's not bad at all. Then we've got obviously the player that you bought from me for 19 million. 9 million for Santiago Castro.
Another striker. You'd be happy with him as well.
I would have been, yeah. I ain't got any. And then finally, Benjamin Heinrichs, who is a fullback backup, plays naturally on both sides. Not a bad sign at all.
No, he's all right. Actually, yeah, I'll take that. So, not a bad transfer window, I've got to say. Really.
No.
Average, I would say.
So that's your 5 seasons.
Yeah.
What do you rate the transfers in out of 10?
-1.
Yeah, you gotta be.
Right. I'm gonna go for 4 because there's a lot.
I was thinking in my head,
Yeah.
yours is about 4.
There's not a lot of players that I would have signed, so I'm gonna go 4.
Yeah, you've had like 2 good windows, 3 bad. So
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Speaking of fair, I sold another £50 million, brought in 30, got 14 left. So as well as Gruder, Hoffman's gone after its 1 season.
One striker you did have.
As well as the other one. He's also gone as well. So
he's got to bought you a striker already.
did we bring in any strikers? That's the question. So Kevin Wolf joined. Yeah, that's a load of crap, isn't it? That's a winger if I've ever seen it. Yeah, I know. I recognise that name. Nico Horvat. What is going on? Nicholas Kuhn. No, there's another winger. Bowman.
No.
Jamie Lawrence. No. As far back as you can go. Luca Raymond on loan. No. Leonhardt. Finally a good signing.
He's an 18 finisher.
He's not a natural striker.
No, but he can finish.
And he's only on loan.
You only need him for 1 season.
Onyeka is another loan signing. Plays attacking midfield. And finally, Precious.
Here we go.
Ogwu.
Here's the guy.
7 million. Are you ready? Plays at centre back. So no natural strikers.
What are you going to give your director of football points wise for the whole season?
I mean, it's got to be a 2 or a 3.
It's got to be less than mine.
I was going to say 2.
That's a bit generous.
So I think there's only been like 3 players, which I think, oh, that's a good player.
Yeah.
The season where we brought in a lot of centre midfielders is our only good season, but we needed a striker.
Yeah.
And he brought in 4 centre mids. So
I put it down to communication. You two just weren't talking to each other.
oh yeah, that's definitely the reason. 2 overall for me. Let me know what your comment. Let me know in the comments what you rate our transfer windows as a whole across the 5 years, taking in consideration the players sold, the players brought in, compared to what we actually probably needed.
Do you think we got better teams now than we did in year 1?
Yes, that's a good question. Is our side better now or worse than when the director of footballs finally took over? That's a good question, Dad. Tactically then, let's have a look. I'm going back to this. because I only had some joy when I used this,
Yeah.
which I won the Europa Conference League with. And I'm also nailing in a defensive winger in this guy here, because he's quite good defensively, to be fair. And then the rest of the team just fight out, just do whatever. Honestly, I don't care. Leonard and Demar is my only 2 hopes this season of getting some goals for me. Juranovic and Roth aren't bad. Gosens obviously is quite good, but he's quite old now as well. Dad, yourself, you're using a, well, actually it's a 4-3-1-2.
Yeah.
Just offset with a winger.
I've just gone for putting any players that I thought was half decent in the positions, which makes it a little bit better. I mean, he's not bad. He's good in that position, so it's like having an attacking 3.
Yeah, so he's probably arguably your future.
Yes.
He comes into that centre attacking midfield role. The rest of the team, as you can see, set up very similar to a 4-4-2.
Yeah.
So schedule then. We've played each other. It was a draw. Ooh, at Wolfsburg as well.
I think that's a good result for you.
Yeah, it is. You've beaten Bayer Leverkusen away already.
Yeah.
You've also lost to Hamburg.
Yeah.
And you are through to the Europa Conference League now. Well done. You're the only one in Europe this season because I finished so low down. But you got St. Gallen, Vojvodina.
I could go through there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Easy. My schedule, let's see. I'm unbeaten. Unbeaten. Look at that. I reckon it'll stay like that for the rest of the season.
Director of football is there like watching the game now.
Yeah, with a cigar.
Yeah.
He thinks he's Carlo Ancelotti on the bus.
This team here, I built this team.
These are my boys. Final season then. Dad is slightly ahead of me on points by 4. It only take 1 trophy to win it.
Yeah, definitely do, yeah.
Bundesliga title. Union Berlin. You watch right here, right now. Let's simulate the season. Oh, not quite. Eintracht Frankfurt, though, are your Bundesliga champions.
Way.
So in the 5 years...
They nearly chucked it away.
It did, yeah. In the 5 years, we've had Bayern Munich, Stuttgart, Leipzig, and Frankfurt. So that's quite refreshing compared to the Bundesliga
We weren't
in
even
the last...
close, were we?
Yeah, before this year. But yeah, we were nowhere near.
No.
You, however, have won something else. So... yeah, 58 points. I was 8 points clear of you in the league, Dad.
Yeah.
So I get a point for that. Lost 10 games. We drew the other game, obviously, 1-1, which was at your place, but I beat you 3-2 when you came to mine. So that's another victory there.
Yeah.
In terms of the profile of the league, Omega with 23, Jonas Win with 19.
Hey, I'm happy with that. Get in, lean goal scorer. I want something in this league.
Big had the second highest amount of clean sheets, 5th overall. Let's see then, did I win anything? No. 3rd round in the DFP Pokal. That's frustrating because that's my favourite trophy and I didn't even get to the final. Yourself, Dad, you've won something. What is it? It's the Europa Conference League. Oh, you was in the semi-final of that as well. St. Pauli, I don't think they're in our league. They're not. They knocked you out from the second division.
Hope they didn't go on and win it.
No, Leipzig won it.
All right.
Frankfurt was almost there. 4-0 in the final. They had a nice easy one in the final. 1-0 you lost.
Chuck that one away.
But
I'll take that, though.
You're on the Europa Conference League. Oh, you beat Rennes! Get in, up there! Scum! Get in. Actually, I was the ref lot. They got somebody sent off 28 minutes. Mega with a hat-trick. Callum Owendu actually scored in the first minute, but you were 2-1 up within 8 minutes. You were all good. In Glasgow at Hampden Park. What a win. I was happy. All the Rennes fans are crying.
Always wins cups in Scotland.
You do, yeah. And I was buzzing for you for that one. What I do want to check, though, is the transfer. Oh, you had £60 million.
Of course I did.
Did you say... Oh my God, there was a lot that happened in January. There was a lot that happened in January. Right, okay, so you sold Jordan Bayer. You sold Marmel as well for 31. Jordan Bayer for 30. Elia Capril for 44. What an action-packed January window you had.
How the hell did I go on and win the cup?
I don't know. In terms of players in, though, you had... No, it was just the 3. So it was these 3 here. Jaden Hibbert on a free transfer. That was the keeper you were rocking with at the end of the season there. That is awful. Kavlina. Oh, actually, there's 2 keepers. He really is your director of football. He signed 2 goalkeepers for £17 million. And Sakti from Inter Milan, centre-back. Not a bad one either.
No, he's all right, yeah.
He isn't bad.
Yeah.
Let's see what mine done. £14 million was left in there. Did he have a action-packed? No. He didn't sell or sign anybody in January. Top goal scorer was our loan signing with 11 goals. Wow, that is depressing. Yours was 34 from Jonas Wind and 33 from Omega.
That's why I won the cups.
I mean, we know you've already won, but let's have a quick look at the points. Season number 5, then Omega Luke got himself 2 points and Omega Dad got 5, which means the final scores are Omega Luke with 10 and Omega Dad with 17. Well, congratulations, Dad. You won this one.
I'll take that.
All down to, guess, the tactics more than anything.
It was...
And luck.
Yeah. It was frustrating but funny at the same time. I think it was season 4, seeing you just screaming at the telly, I need a striker, and he doesn't buy you one. It was just so funny. But it was frustrating as well, but it was funny at the same time. You guys have got to try it. It really is hard.
I did tweet this, so some of you might have seen it, but this feature is broken on Football Manager. And it's a shame. This game is good, but there are still features that are broken, and I'd rather them fix these stuff instead of them try to create a brand new game, if that makes sense, and add new features. Like, fix the stuff that's not working, because the AI in terms of the director of football just doesn't work.
No.
I've used it in the past, it's never has worked, and I thought it would be funny to do. I forgot how frustrating it is, because they just sell players and then just never look to replace them, and it just makes no sense. A lot of the time, the players you're bringing in, you're never going to use.
There should be, when you're teamed in a certain place in a league, there should be a caliber of player that you don't sign and a caliber of player that you do sign.
Yeah.
And we were below that line every time.
Yeah.
So
very rare we signed a player that's going to improve our sides.
Yeah.
I think it was like if you're going off of like ratio, I would say 1 in 6 players.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Is a player that you go, oh, that's good.
And that was, I think you're only saying, oh, that's good because you were pleased that he signed a player of that caliber.
Yeah.
It was a player that you think, oh, I don't think I would have bought him myself.
No, that's it. It's very rare, maybe 1 in 11, where there was actually a player that you probably would have gone for yourself. So let me know if you've tried it yourself, the Director of Football Challenge. It's fun to do and it's frustrating, but it is funny at the same time to see, what random players get signed and stuff like that. It's just really difficult. Really difficult. And I can't say we'll be coming back to it too soon, but it is one for us to keep in the back pocket to do whenever we feel like really torturing ourselves again.
If you're bored with the game, have a go at it, and it just makes you sort of think, I want to get back to the game again.
Yeah, I'm so pleased I play this normally.
Yeah.
There we go. Hope you enjoyed it. As I said, the new series of Race to the Super League Episode 1 is out, and it's on screen for you right now. But also, the full movie of the Youth to Gold is also out. So why not watch one of them?